What's up, people? It's your boy Bobby G. I'm up here in Berwick, Pennsylvania, checking out this indoor flea market. It's early in the morning. You know what I mean? We're gonna see if we can get any deals, man. I got here before anybody else did. There's no outside tables, man. I'll show you what it looks like. We'll check it out together. I'll flip you around. Little road trip, people. You didn't expect the road trip, did you? See that? This is the Bobby G advantage. We're coming up. We're to see if we can find a stringed instrument. String up, man. No tables outside. All inside. See inside. Yes, I like me this 6-string banjo. Like it very much. What's the price on this guy? 60 bucks. I'm gonna offer him 40. See if I can get it for 50. There it is, folks. 50 bucks. It's mine. Beautiful. And the dude whose booth that was, he's from Jersey. About 10 minutes from the Guitkit. Small world, man. Berwick Flea Market, Pennsylvania, man. Thank you very much. Yes, I can't wait to get this guy on the slab. See you there. We're back home here in Jersey, man. Oh, I'm so proud. I got so much to say over the past couple days, over the weekend. All the research I've done on this particular instrument and on the Strad-O-Lin, you know what I mean, brand in general, man. I don't even know where to fucking begin. I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited, man. I can just, you know what I mean, pray that I get this thing done in time. Because I got so much to say, man. So bear with me, man. The first thing I want to talk about is Strad-O-Lin, man. Right? I want to talk to you about Strad-O-Lin. Strad-O-Lin was like a brand name which popped up around 1921. You know, it's a combination of a Stradivarius, right? And a Lin for mandolin, right? Because back in the early 20s, man, you know what I'm saying? Mandolins were crazy. And so, I mean, this was supposed to be the top of the line, but it was really a mail order company based out of New York City. So they started making, you know, banjos and, you know, banjolins, things like that, right around that same time. And it's pretty much petered out, you know what I mean, at the late 40s, 50s. You know, banjo's kind of out of style, man, you know what I mean? All the minstrel vocals there just disappearing into nowhere, man. So this is probably around 1950, 1949, 48. Fella, I got it off at the auction, you know what I mean? He says that too, man. He says late 40s, what he says. He wrote it on his tag, man. You know what I mean? Seems like a pretty knowledgeable guy. I might actually do some business with him. He wants me to repair some instruments, possibly, man. See that, man? Connections, man. Anyway, so let's talk about Strad-O-Lin, man. Peter Sorkin owned a retail shop in Philadelphia. You know, became a powerhouse in the late 30s. Bought a whole bunch of trademarks. You know what I mean? Brand names. Strad-O-Lin was one of them. You know what I'm saying? And that became like, you know, more of a guitar thing than the guitar 50s boom. You know what I'm saying? He started getting guitars. People say they're made by K. Some say they're made by United. Some people say they're made by, you know what I mean, Harmony out in Chicago. But the thing is about this particular instrument, you know, I don't think so. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't feel like any of those guitars. So I got a lot of those, you know, K's and Harmonies and Uniteds I've shown you. You know what I mean? At least like 10 examples of each, right? Something like that. Something crazy. You know what I mean? I'm insane, you know? And all of them has all Waverly parts, man. All Waverly tuners. This is not a Waverly tuner here, man. You know what I'm saying? These are Waverly banjo parts, without a doubt. You know what I mean? Waverly tuner now. Chicago, we're talking about Waverly contracts. You know, K, Harmony. You know what I mean? They have all kinds of tuners. That was their biggest contract. Why would they import other tuners just for this particular model? You know what I'm saying? It's not true. There's a report of somebody being in, you know what I mean, the Strad-O-Lin factory in New York City vicinity, late 40s, early 50s. I'm saying it was a, you know what I mean, a little factory with a mail order, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Mail order business attached to it, you know what I'm saying? Catalog, you know what I mean? All the distributors had a Strad-O-Lin, you know what I'm saying? They all had that mark, you know what I mean, made from wherever. So I think the Strad-O-Lin was a New York City-based factory that got gobbled up by Peter Sorkin in the early 50s when the mandolin and the banjo, you know, went out of style. And they used the trademark up through the 80s, you know what I mean? You see Strad-O-Lins coming out of Korea, coming out of Taiwan, you know what I mean? The later ones. So that's what I'm saying about Strad-O-Lin, because people are all saying this, that, and the other thing. Doesn't seem to be, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this is very, very United, right? Especially with this cutoff part and everything. That's something United would do. But again, United, huge Waverly, you know, all their tuners are Waverly. You know, say, why would they order another supplier? Especially when they had to order these banjo parts. It doesn't make any sense, man. This thing that they're getting from the cheapest place, you know what I mean, Strad-O-Lin, you know what I'm saying? Plus, United doesn't really have these bushes, man. So that brings me in of, you know, where Strad-O-Lin come from, because there's controversy online. People say, I'm just saying there was a factory, you know what I mean, Strad-O-Lin factory in New York, that original mail order, you know what I mean, business done with distributors was based out of New York City. Strad-O-Lin made their own shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying in the early days. If the Sorkin bought the trademark, who fucking knows, man. But this is pre-Sorkin, Strad-O-Lin. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying to you. So let's talk about something else, man. Something else I want to talk to you about. This was repaired by somebody in the late 60s. And you can see a noticeable repair. See, somebody's replaced one of these flathead screws in the tuner. You know what I'm saying? With a Phillips head. And probably done other things too. New head, you know what I mean? It's got the black power. You know, hey man, there's black power, right? That's what I believe is from the late 60s. I said the 68 is what I saw when I initially saw it. And I see this sticker here. And I was like, wow, Guitar Hospital. Glendower. That's where my mom's from, that area, man. Guitar Hospital, Glendower, New Jersey. So I did a little bit of Googling, man. And it comes to the name of Curly Bartucci, man. Curly Bartucci grew up, I believe he's from Williamstown, down in Camden County, you know what I'm saying? Went out in the military, he's an Italian kid, you know what I'm saying? Got into country western, was a good guitar player, banjo player. And, you know, he was, I guess, stationed in the West, in the Midwest, where all these, you know, honky-tonks were, and he'd go in there, this blue-eyed Italian, and all these rednecks, like, who's this guy? And he had like a guitar with him, and he started playing all kinds of Hank Williams and shit. And when Hank Williams died, I believe his CEO let him go to the funeral, you know, and gave him like a pass. And the CEO was like Italian too. He was like a secret redneck as well, man. But that's a different story, different thing, man. But this guy started, I think he started the Runnymede School of Music first. And then he started the Guitar Hospital, you know what I mean, right on Evesham Road. Evesham Road, right? In Glendower, Runnymede Township, right? This is an early 68 sticker. You know, we've talked about these gold metallic stickers before, right? The 60s thing. This is pre, you know what I mean, zip code, you know, pre-area code. You know what I'm saying? So this is an earlier sticker. You know what I mean? The early days of the Guitar Hospital, late 60s, early 70s, what I'm saying, man. So let me say something else to you, a little story about this, man. We know Eric Clapton, you know what I mean, in the late 60s, early 70s, was cruising all the old places, man. Now this guy, after he got out of the military, he ended up as working as a hairdresser out in L.A. Then he got divorced. His wife, I think, took everything. Went back home, lived with his parents, started buying all these broken instruments down to Berlin auction. You know what I'm saying? Down the flea market, swap meet. He was truckloads of shit. And this is like in the early 60s. He was getting all Gibsons and Fenders and things like that broken, you know, amps, guitars, stashed them away, you know. Saw some ads he placed in the Courier Post down in South Jersey, 68. Just crazy Vox Phantom 4s and all kinds of crazy shit he was selling, man. Fender jazz bass from 62 for like, you know, $900. I don't know what he was doing. $90, I mean. Crazy fucking deals, man. Crazy deals, man. Anyways, man, so I guess Eric Clapton saw one of these ads when he was cruising around, you know what I mean, touring the area, and he shows up one day in the late 60s, early 70s, and this is when he's buying all the, you know, guitars that he made Blackie out of, you know what I'm saying? Brownie, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you know, let me look through all your stuff. And Clapton was there all day. This banjo might have actually been there, man, while Clapton was there, man. You know what I'm saying? This is like late 60s, early 70s, this head, man. And I know that Curly Frank Bartucci, man, changed this head himself. Now, this might have been there. Clapton might have picked something like, look at that, man, Black Pearl Banjo, man. You know, so anyway, Clapton spent like, you know what I mean, I don't know, 2-3 hours going through there. He played every instrument there, Frank said. Got a pile of shit, and he's like, I'll give this to you for $1,800. You know what I mean? Clapton's like, oh, $1,800, that's great. You know what I mean? All kinds of stuff. Today it'd be worth like $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, crazy amount of old 50s Fender and Gibson stuff, man. You know what I mean? This gets out of checkbook, so I was writing checks. Wait. I ain't taking no check from you. About who am I going to sue? The King of England? He's like, but I would think that, you know, you have some respect for who I am, you know, respect for who you are. Listen to me, boy. I don't even like you. But if Chet Atkins came in here himself, and Chet Atkins is my hero, and he wanted to buy something off me, and he tried to pay me the check, I'll tell him the same thing I'm telling you, boy. I don't take no checks from nobody. Cash only, son. Clapton like got all mad. I was like, well, fuck you, man. Get out of there, man. An hour later, his cab driver came back, man. $1,800 in fucking crisp $100 bills. Loaded all the shit in the cab, man. He's like, hey, man, you just made me $100. Come just driving out here to pick this shit up, bro. You know what I mean? You're a good man. You know, I believe in cash only, too, brother. Loaded up and drove away, man. So this guy, Bartucci, he drops off the face of the planet like 1980s last time I found anything on the internet about him. In the mid-70s, he got like concert promotion. You know what I'm saying? And he's running like a honky-tonk. You know what I mean? Every Tuesday night at the Guitar Hospital. You know what I mean? Right on Eastham Road. And then he just disappears. I saw some property, you know, records in Florida. You know, I don't know if it's true or not, man. I don't know where the fuck he is. He'd be like 90 years old if he was still alive, man. Hey, Curly Bartucci, man, hit me up, bro. I'd love to have you on my program, man. I'll wear a mask, brother. Hope you're still alive. Peace be with you. Look after yourself. Let's, like, sort of get these strings off here. You know what I mean? Think of what we're going to do. We don't want to mess with too much Curly stuff. I got a new bridge on order. You know what I mean? That's all we need. I'll put some strings on it, some light gauge. Extra light gauge acoustic strings. That's it, man. Yeah, I'll put another tuner, you know, bushing in here. That's it. See you in a little bit. Blah, 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 blah. There it is, man. Strings are off. All strings are off. So when Sorkin bought Strad-O-Lin, he basically cannibalized their factory. You know what I mean? It turned it into multi-blocks right off the bat. Took all their people. You know what I'm saying? This is like history that people, you know what I mean, just haven't publicized. It's out there, though, man. It's out there, man. He eventually moved out of the original Strad-O-Lin, you know, factory into where Multivlox was for many years. You know what I mean? Made in Manhattan. I think that was their big thing, man. People just don't read their history, man. Ignorant, man. They're ignorant, man. So I want to keep my man Curly's, you know, reparations on here where I can. You know what I mean? That's important to me because he's a legend. Things got to be attended to, though. This is ripped. I got to put some, you know what I mean, tape on the back, and I want to put a little bit of crazy glue right on the, you know what I mean, the tip, so this doesn't spread any further. Want to take this guy off, shine him up a little bit. I mean, this is just pure rust, and it's going to keep oxidizing until there's no metal left. You know what I'm saying? Want to maybe douse these guys off with some kind of, you know, WD-40, because they're like starting to rust over. Clean this guy off. Give it a real careful fret job. You know, see this nut? That's unlike K, United, or Harmony. You know, unlike anything. This string retainer bar, pre-Floyd Rose. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. We're gonna put one of those in there. I got one in the parts drawer. This is missing a screw up here. Let's go find one in the parts drawer. You know what I mean? See that little screw missing? It was funny. Philip said this is probably his work. These were probably original flathead screws. And this is probably Curly himself, man. Curly himself. So we're gonna take these off and just see if he replaced these strip tuners himself. They look to me, you know what I mean, on the guitar to be original to the instrument, and that Curly might have taken them off, but we'll see a ghost of another one, of the original one, the bell tuners, if they were, indeed made by Harmony. Is this one guy online? I can't find another example of this particular Strad-O-Lin banjo, but somebody was talking about having a Strad-O-Lin banjo from this era. He says, this is definitely made by Harmony. You know what I mean? There's no Bell Waverly tuners on there. It wasn't made by Harmony, my man. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. It's made in Manhattan by Strad-O-Lin. Okay, folks. So let's further disassemble, man. Let's take off these tuning keys first, man. Let's just solve the riddle once and for all. Alright, so we got the tuners off. Those tuners are definitely original to that guitar, man. I think that all Curly did was really replace that one screw. You know what I'm saying? That's all I think he really did. Maybe the post fell out. You know what I'm saying? It looks like a possibly different post. See that? And he probably just replaced that post. And they called it a day, man. Oh, Curly, man. That's your work, bro. See, these are Japanese tuners, man. Early Japanese tuners from the late 40s. See that? Made in Japan. Figure these fellas can make these tuners so good they could probably make a whole guitar, right? That's what Westheimer said, man. So we have parts in a part store to replace this stuff, but let's clean this off and do the correct job and everything real carefully. You know what I'm saying? I could actually take this whole neck off, but I don't want to because this neck was set up by Curly and he was a great banjo player and guitarist and luthier, so I don't want to mess with his work. I want to take a look at these frets. They don't even look that bad, but just give them a quick once over. You know what I'm saying? Quick once over, man. Courteousness. Oh, yes. Yes, now those frets are beautiful. And we didn't even mess up that rosewood colored paint. You know what I mean? It looks great. It looks perfect, man. All we did was spread it down with some lemon pledge after we were done, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all we did. Let's do the rest of the headstock and the back of the neck and everything with that lemon pledge too. And a little bit of splatter on there. Just clean it off. Just splattered it. Let's clean this off real nice. Well, we got them tuners off. See you in a minute. This is very nice. And now we got rid of all of Slow Hand's DNA and most of Curly's, man. That's okay, man. You know what I'm saying? Story lives. So let's take this guy off and shine him up. You know what I'm saying? Just shine him up. Sheen him up a little bit. We're not going to take all the rust off this girl, you know what I mean? I took a little piece of steel wool of this just because there was like obnoxious rust on it. But I'm not going to go crazy, you know what I'm saying? I want to leave a little authentic charm to it. But this is just generally. This piece might actually be something that Curly put on here. You know what I'm saying? This might have had like a nice, like a real banjo bridge. Might not have. Who knows, man? Let's take this guy off, shine it up. I'll see you in a minute. Rust scraped off this guy, but it's still rusty. You know what I'm saying? Still looks all rusty anyway. So I got out here, that side, piece of wrapping paper. I'm gonna give it a spray old WD-40. You know what I mean? And we'll wipe it off again with a paper towel. Bring it back downstairs after a little while in the sun. See you then. So while that tailpiece is setting in that WD-40, let's take out a small, like steel and brass brush. Take a little bit of WD-40. Sort of like just give these guys a little brushing. You know what I mean? Clean it off with a paper towel, and, you know what I mean? Afterwards, real quick. And just get the rust off these guys. We just want to kind of rust reform this fucker. You know what I'm saying? Now's the time. Time has come today. Yeah. So, again, I could probably get a Dremel going, make this thing look beautiful. But I want to keep this looking like something that Curly did, man. I'm just, put a little bit of WD-40 on these guys as a rust reformer, you know what I mean? But I'm not taking away any of the patina or the look of the actual instrument, man. We're keeping with the real deal. You know what I'm saying, man? And likewise on these guys, I went all around real carefully, man. It's nice and tight. It's taut. This is a Curly setup, man. This is Curly's setup, man. This is Dr. Bartucci, man. This is his element, man. The guitar doctor himself, man. You know what I'm saying? Power to people, brothers and sisters. So listen to me. This is filthy, man. There's all kinds of fucking schmutz all in there, basically. This is Eric Clapton's DNA right in here, man. You know what I mean? Remember the times we drove in my car. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we're gonna get rid of that, man. Sorry, slow hand, man. Sorry, bro. You know, peace out, man. Bobby G wants a clean banjo, man. Fuck the noise, man. We're gonna wash this off very, very lightly. In a damp cloth, you know what I mean? It's a little dirty, you know what I mean? But I don't want to get, you know what I mean? Malcolm 15 all upset, man. I'm gonna keep him straight. So that's what we're gonna do, man. I got these little bottle brushes. You know what I mean? I like bottles too, man. Hey, man. Don't judge, man. Don't judge me. Don't judge you. We're gonna get in here, man. Get all this fucking grime. See how that grime? Schmutz, man. And we might take that big bottle brush there, man, and use him. You know what I mean? Get some pledge in there, man. You know what I mean? Get some nice pledge in there, man. So let's clean up this part now, man. We already done old Neckel. Our old Neckel friend, Jack Nicholson. Let's get this guy all fucking cleaned up, man. Cleaned up, man. And then we're going to do some repair work on the back once we get this cosmetics done. Usually it's you know what I mean, cosmetics second, repair first. Flipping the script, man. That's the way it's done in the big rock and the mountain. There's back on line bound. This thing, we got it all cleaned off. You know what I'm saying? Now see this little rip here? The first thing we're going to want to do is wick in a little bit of crazy glue onto the corners of this rip, right? That way it won't spread any further. Now I'll come right back at you once that's on there, man. Because there's a second step. Alright, so I got a little tiny bit of crazy glue wicked on the ends of both sides of this here rip on the banjo head. Now from the back, which I've already cleaned off, nice and sheeny shiny, got all the dust off it, I'm going to cut a little tiny piece of this real strong, thick ass book tape, man. Stuff's real thick, man. We're going to cut a little tiny piece, just big enough to go over that, man. We're just going to put a little patch on the back. You know what I'm saying? So I'll see you when that's done. See that? There's a little patch on there. Now you can barely even see it. But it's got the strength of 10 elephants, man. So what are we going to do now, people? See this? See that? There's a big crack in here, man. There's all these, like, you know what I mean? All the layers are sort of coming apart. See that? There's a little give, too. It's all around here, too. So we're going to pump some tight bond into these little crevices and clamp them up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Tight band, man. Clamp time. See you after the clamp town races, man. Do-da-do-da. There we go, man. That's 2 days of clamping. 2 days of clamping because I don't have that many, you know, soft edge clamps. I'm going to use clamps that are careful. See, this edge is already kind of half fucked up. You know what I mean? Precarious. But we've successfully brought it back. You know what I mean? We've closed the gap, man. Well, Michael Strahan, where's your gap tooth, bro? Be a proud gap tooth, motherfucker. Anyway, man, David Letterman, Madonna, all close their gap teeth just like we close the gap teeth for our banjo friend here, man. I ain't never gonna do it though, man. So fuck off, man. Let's pull off these clamps, right? And let's clean off this, you know, with a little bit of pledge. I got a skewer with some piece of sponge tape to it. You know, a little piece and a big piece. Fake pledge, man. Get in there. We're not going to bother, you know what I mean, really waxing this because it's going to be like impossible without taking this off. Just, you know, we want to leave as much of Curly's repairs intact as possible. And sometimes, you know, clean up his work a little bit and embellish it. You know what I'm saying? We love you, Curly, man. Peace be with you, Frank. Peace be with you, Frank. Peace be with you, Frank. So there it is, people. It's great, man. We've gotten all those little crevices, man, all the cracks, coated the hooks. You know what I'm saying? All the rust came off. Those hooks look great. You know, the hardware looks good. It's nice and shiny now. There's no... Look at that. It's just gleaming in there. You know, we still got Curly set up. You know what I mean? Still got the head he put on there. We're just helping him out. You know, we're restoring the restoration. So I want to put a little bit of Mom's Carnauba wax, cleaner wax on this, you know, neck, front, back, side to side. It's got a little haze on it now. Help the haze out, man. You know, especially on the front too. You know what I mean? Just pop it. Pop the shine. Now I want to put this bushing in here. You know what I mean? So I can get a little bit of wax on them because they're a little dulled up. I got a bunch of these old bushings. Old bushings. Oh, I got my old bushing drawer. Old bushing drawer. See that? Nobody will ever know, man. See, Curly, I'm working with you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Peace be with you, my friend. Look after yourself. Look after yourself. So I'm going to put a little bit of, little tiny bit of that Mom's on here, man, and we'll see when we're done with that. You know what I mean? Right before we put these guys on, then we'll talk about getting screwed. Peace be with you. Look after yourself. Alright, so we're about to screw those tuning keys back on. And see here, I'm missing a screw. I was missing a screw. You know what I mean? Curly was missing a screw, man. It was missing a screw. Need to replace the screw. Got my drawer out of old used screws. I keep all my screws, man. Have a special bag, all the rusty screws. And these are obviously rusty screws, old screws. So I pulled a couple out, and these definitely look. This one looks really good, actually. Look at that, man. See that? Almost like exact same deal, man. Maybe a little tiny bit rustier, but it'll suffice, man. See that? A little bit of neurosis, my people. A little bit of neurosis. Look at that. Look at that. It's even sheeny and shiny now. It's all correct, man. See that? Oh, beautiful. Home stretch here, folks. Be singing the Rainbow Connection in no time, people. Let's put this old tail piece back on. All we gotta do is unscrew that, man. I still got a sermon or two left, man. I'm still full of air. See you in a moment. There it is, man. The arm bone's connected to the ham bone. Easy peasy, man. So I acquired this beautiful instrument about a week and change ago. Day before Easter. And I brought it up to the hotel room in Pennsylvania there. And I was just studying it, you know. So the only thing I really needed to buy was the bridge. So I ordered the bridge, and the bridge was like in my mailbox like the day after I got back to Jersey, you know. And it came from Texas, I believe. M. Laval guitar parts. So I've used them before, and I got it. I was excited. You know, I said, ooh, it came real quick, you know. And I got it, and I counted it, and I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was like, fuck. You know what I mean? I'm never going to get this part in time, man. So I emailed the guy. He was super cool. He's like, I'm very, very sorry, man. That'll never happen again. And he sent me one free of charge, man. I get to keep the extra bonus, man. Look at that. The 6 slaughter. There it is, man. We're going to put that on. We're ready to go, man. I got a set of, these are probably about 11s. You know, it's an extra light gauge. Chinese strings. Round G. Let's get you at the glam, man. The glam shots. I still got some tales to tell people, even now. See that, man? Within a week's time, I got a part and a replacement part. From all the way across the country. You know what I'm saying? That's fantastic. That's a service, you know what I mean? That's the kind of service you get when you buy from, like, you know what I mean, a reputable, you know what I mean, American dealer. Peace be with you, American dealer. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. This thing's just super, man. Just super. Super. What a super instrument, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? Banjo's lives matter, man. It's just super. I don't really have another word for it. You know what I mean? This is cool. And I've been digging it all day long. You know, it's the rest of the day. Oh my goodness, man. I'm so glad that Slowhand didn't snap this up when he visited that shop, man. I really like that, Kelly. You can't have my banjo. You drug addict. You smell like heroin. Anyway, man. Thank God. Thank God that I got into a good home. You know what I'm saying? Where it'll be appreciated as if it was the only instrument. Anyway, I'm glad I finally was able to do one of those, you know what I mean, videos. I started like 6 or 7 different videos every time I've done like a road trip since I started filming myself doing guitars. And every time I go anywhere out of the ordinary, I always look up, you know what I mean, flea market near me on my phone, you know what I'm saying? Swap meet near me, you know? And I'll go down there, you know, and check it out. I always start the video before I go in there. Hey man, it's your boy Bobby G, man. I'm at, you know what I mean, Podunk, Iowa, man. We're about to go in and get ourselves a guitar, man. I ain't going in, no guitars, man. You know what I'm saying? I've never been to Iowa either. You know what I'm saying? That's just an example. You know what I'm saying? That's a dramatization for your appreciation. So let's hear this thing, man. You know, I got nothing else to say, man. Curly Bartucci, brother. You know what I mean? Thank you. I tried to keep all your repairs all, you know, your setup is all perfect. This action is so slinky on this bad boy. Slinky. Super slinky, man. This makes Ernie Ball look unslinky, man. It's gorgeous. Let's listen to it, man. And then we'll say, right on, man. Right on. Right on. Right on, man. Right on. Look after yourself. There it is, man. The Strad-O-Lin 6-string banjo. I've never even seen another one of these, folks. It's very rare, man. It's a very, very rare piece indeed, and an honor to have in my collection, man. Well, I'm on my way to the city light. To a city girl shines a light on the city nights. And I gotta catch my own train. I gotta make it outside. Wait for me at the end of the line. Sweet, sweet little woman. I can feel your face, I can feel your face, I can almost touch you. Sweet, sweet little woman. My banjo and me, we got a flea policy. Peace be with you, man. Whoever wrote that song, I don't even know the artist, man. But peace be with you. Wash your hands. Curly Bartucci, if you're still on this planet breathing, brother. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, look after yourself. Peace be with you. Strad-O-Lin. Straddle. Straddle.